Well, hi, Sagittarius. Happy Sagittarius season. Yay. We are so thrilled by that, are we not? Keep in mind, too, that it can also feel somewhat overwhelming because it does put you into a lot of your own energy, and Sagittarius's energy can be a lot, right? So, welcome to the birthday readings. And what we do in the birthday readings is I will take each day of Sagittarius season and give you a prediction for your birthday year, a theme for your year, a prediction for your year. And I will clarify that with the tarot for sure. So, and I will also do, the soul question, because that can be some work that you might be being called to do throughout the year. So it's not how your whole year is going to go. It's just a little look at it, just something that could come up for sure. And so if you are November 22nd, you'll be first. And I'm going to do four. So I'm going to do each week. And yeah, so let me just say though, when you're looking at this, if you're looking at the readings and the predictions, I am calling for this birthday. So that reading will not be for you. If your birthday is not November 22nd, then it won't be for you. That's how these are working. They're very specific. Very specific, Sagittarius. So let's get started. So let me just start with Sagittarius's theme for the birthday year, which the overall for the whole collective is we're seeing Mars in Sagittarius in the ninth house, but it came out reversed. So I feel as if all Sagittarians could be slowing down and doing less, because upright, it has that feel and look of going after things hard, right? That whole Sagittarius, we have to keep busy, busy, busy. There's an energy here of not doing that. So you could be getting a whole lot more rest and R&R in the upcoming year. So, November 22nd, your overall theme for the year it has to do with the throat chakra. No longer will you keep your mouth shut about things that should be said. Okay? Because the throat chakra, when it's blocked because we're not saying things. You're going to be speaking up. This whole year is going to be about you speaking up and possibly even standing up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, I do see here, because we have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Someone is undependable and insincere, feather, money path, a path for money. Not unsuccessful plans, archway, new opportunities, and paths opening up, and throne, position of authority. So let's get into it. You have someone here who, they possibly have this energy kind of fawning over you, right? Telling you how great you are, how much they respect you, and it's a lot. It may even feel fake to you. And it actually kind of is fake, because they're just a person who isn't, I don't know, there's something fake about this person, right? Like it almost feels like they put on a show, and they're putting on a show to you because they're trying to get you to throw in on something. Okay? And if with feather being here, I do feel as if your ancestors may be trying to let you know that this person can't be trusted. So if you start seeing feathers, what I'm saying. There actually is a money path for you, but it's not with this person. They're trying to get you to put money into something or to join them on something that they want to do, but they don't have their ish together. And it doesn't wind up working out because we see unsuccessful plans here, because there is something here that actually is for you. Something opens up for you, which really puts you in charge. So, well, okay. And look what we have: shield, you need to defend yourself, and finger, warning of a problem. Yeah, so I don't know if that's what this speaking up has to do with, but you might have to protect yourself from this person because, when we don't do what other people want us to do, it can be that, they get mad, right? Yes. So that may be happening. So be very wary. I mean, it's not that you shouldn't take compliments from people, but sometimes we have to just be careful. So let's see if we see anything more about this situation. Tell me about this undependable person. Tell me about the undependable person. Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. They want your money. They want your money. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be successful though. So tell me about November 22nd's new opportunity. Tell me about the new opportunity. Okay. Knight of Swords. The Emperor. Yeah, there's your position of authority. So, interesting. The night, it comes in quickly, and we have been seeing some messages in that regard, right? This is a position of authority. Okay, this is where you would be in charge. The Hangman's here. Let's see what that wants to tell us. What does the Hangman want to tell us? Five of Swords. That you're going to have to walk away from something else. King of Wands, Page of Cups. So, oh, wow. Yeah. So there's an energy of fighting people off here. So, Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, that's you protecting yourself, Page of Cups, and the King of Wands. Like, you will come up against people who aren't really happy and really kind of step to you. And that could be challenging for sure. Queen of Swords and Judgment. So there will be like it will be necessary for you to be very Queen of Swordsy. And when you're making decisions, you're going to have to be blunt and to the point, like not, I don't want to say tough, but not let anyone interfere with what you're doing. They may try, for sure. Like they think, especially with the King of Wands, they think how they see things is better. That kind of thing. So it might not be like totally easy, but is it ever easy to be in charge? I mean, honestly. So, in terms of your soul question, it's kind of uh, ringing the same. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? It's reversed. It's saying that, not feeling very inspired by the people around you. And the action for that is make a desired list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? Okay, well, that's November 22nd, so I hope you have the best birthday ever, which is today. So, November 23rd, welcome. So, interestingly enough, the theme for your year is the Hermit and the Lovers, right? And the Lovers is way more than just finding a partner, but it does feel like you may be kind of feeling this do less energy, because the Hermit is about a lot. It's about shining a light on things, right? But it's here in solitude, spending time just yourself to get answers. Um, I just feel like you will be spending a lot of time on your own, and definitely focused. You could be focused on a particular relationship, but maybe you're just withdrawing to give this relationship harmony, right? There's a lot here about balance as well. You are really focused on fixing things, like where and figuring out what you should do, right? Because at its core, the Lovers is about decisions, and it is about making really good decisions, a blend of your heart and your head. But I see like you're doing this thing where you may be withdrawing from being social or from going out or whatever it is. It feels like you're pulling yourself back to try and figure stuff out. It can also be to focus on a relationship, right? But at the end of the day, because you're trying to make better decisions for your life. Because we see scales here, right? Keep your life in balance. That's what you're trying to do. It's a very healing energy too for me, because, it's about writing the next chapter, but also about figuring it out, and you can't, maybe you can't do that unless you isolate on some level, but yeah. So you're definitely focused on getting balance in your life. There is something happening in August. August is going to be a big month for you. There's a new job and a career here. It's something that you've been waiting for. So maybe you've been, temporary situation kind of says you've been involved in a temporary situation, which can have to do with where you live, right? But there is this job, you could have been waiting for news about that. You definitely are getting news that you've been waiting for. And like I said, August is a big month. Let's look underneath. Oh, wow. Because on some level, it feels like you're not getting something that you want. Or it might just be getting something, but not exactly the way you want it. Because that's being aware of pride and wish will not be granted. And definitely asking for help. And I feel like there's something here that is a temporary situation. So maybe things are just not good temporarily. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up in my life? And I wonder, November 23rd, if like you're dealing with health on some level, trying to get that under control, but you're definitely needing to get more rest during this year. The more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. So we're going to take a look at some things for sure for November 23rd birthday. Tell us about the Hermit. What do you need to know about the Hermit? There could be a Virgo prominent in your future as well. Oh my gosh, the Hermit just clarified the Hermit. There's a definite need for rest for you and for you to pull yourself back from others. Oh yeah, the Tower. So something's happening. Something that's probably going to force you to get rest. So if you just get in that mind right now, you know what I mean? So tell me about August. See, there it is, a job. August. A new job. This might be something that you haven't done before because you are the Page of Cups in this situation. So you're the novice. This is something new. It could be something more creative. You are definitely working with a group. Yeah, like Eight of Swords, you're not sure if you can do it, but you can. Yeah, look at this. This actually is going to bring balance into your life. So what is this thing that Sagittarius is waiting for? November 23rd. Temperance. Something to balance out. Something that you, put a lot of yourself into. Could also be waiting for someone to make a decision. Or for a decision to be made. So how is their wish not being granted? Ace of Wands. So if you're waiting for news, if you're waiting for someone to make up their mind, they've decided no. And so there may be a lot here about healing for you and spending time yourself to, get this under control. But everything balances out in August, which it also, I feel like this is really magical because you hook up with Three of Pentacles energy, people who want to support you and help you, and this brings in a new job. So whatever you've been going through, you would need to understand that it's temporary and you're being given rest. You're being advised toward rest. Yeah, there's a big healing energy. If I had more time, I could probably look into it more, but I definitely like it, even though, maybe it starts off not being such a great thing. You are going to receive great things. Things are going to balance out. It's going to take a while, just saying. So thank you so much. Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday to November 24th. So if November 24th is your birthday, there's a lot here about planning for the future, honestly. The Two of Wands means this is I mean, you could have been waiting for it, right? But we know the Two of Wands. It's like you're getting something that you've wanted for a long time. It's from another person, and now you're not sure. At least that's the way it starts out, because you have to pick a road, right? Do I take this path or do I take that path? And I'm not sure what it is that you're iffy about, because at the same time I feel like you've wanted this for some time. So let's get into it. This is club, someone making you do something you don't want to do. Heart, love, deep affection and caring. Ring, a marriage will take place. And new home, new attitude. I don't know. I kind of feel like this is about marriage. Like maybe you wanted this person to commit, but marriage wasn't exactly the thing that you wanted. Um, because it seems as if you really do love this person, but it's the marriage thing you're not really sold on. And I'm wondering too if it has to do with you not wanting to give up your home. But you do kind of change your mind here. I will say that. What if it was easy? This is what your soul is saying. It doesn't have to be hard. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. Oh, okay. What passion am I ready to pursue? Write a list of the passions to which you want to give life right now. Then journal how you can incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life. So, yeah, I kind of wonder if you feel like it's giving up too much, or that you won't be able to do certain things if that's the idea you have about marriage. But something, you do change your mind, I feel like. But it definitely fits into the Two of Wands too. So tell me about the Two of Wands. Oh, here we go. Wow. Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're not sure. I mean, maybe this is... And you might even be trying to get other people's opinions. But I do feel like you don't want to lose this person. But at the same time, is it that you don't want to lose a kind of like a single life that you, and maybe even people. A lot of people have that idea in their head. You don't necessarily need to. So let's see about this. What is this? What is this thing that is against November 24th will? What is this thing against their will? Queen of Wands. See, there you go. And the Knight of Swords. Like, you feel like it's all happening too fast. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to give up being single. But let's see what this new home, new attitude is. Queen of Swords. Seven of Cups. I mean... I feel like you might be letting go of some confusion or a way that you feel through talking to someone who is a Queen of Swords for you. And the Queen of Swords is looking at the past, right? What is the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands? Here's the Three of Cups. Page of Swords, Temperance, Six of Cups, Three of Cups. It's kind of like you think you're going to have to give up certain things, but the truth, like specifically maybe going out with friends or some elements of the single life, you're hesitant to give up. But Temperance kind of tells you, let's meet this in the middle, right? And I feel like this other person's telling you that too. It's just the way you're thinking of it. That's not what it means. You have options here. And it doesn't mean that you give up everything just because of that. So, okay. So what's the outcome here? The outcome. Oh boy. Ten of Cups. Five of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you go to your person, right? Have an honest conversation because it's like you want this. You want to spend your life with this person, right? You feel like they're your person, but the Five of Wands are the reservations. And so I think it's as simple as talking to them about how you feel. Yeah, about, and I feel like your person kind of tells you, well, we can take this slowly. We can take this, a little bit at a time. And, also, this is what we've been moving towards. And all of these other things that you feel, they are things that can be conquered, right? I love this for you. I do feel like you're going to spend your life with this person. But let's look at these. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, balance is allowed here. You can have that too. And that you may be worrying over nothing. And your worry is losing elements of your life. Because you'll be married. Like if I'm married, I can't go out with my friends. Not true. Not at all true. So November 25th, happy birthday. So let's get into it. So it feels as if you're taking a new direction, right? The Ace of Wands, you're feeling very inspired by something new. A new passion, perhaps. But I feel like it's bigger than that for you. I feel as if it might be like, a path, definitely something you feel you're supposed to do. And you are feeling as if you have to defend it, okay? Particularly with someone, a dark man, that can mean, someone who has dark hair or something like that, or dark complexion. Like you have to defend doing this and why you feel it's going to be successful. You need to protect it, right? This person might be the person who's saying, hey, Sag, why are you doing this? This is dumb, right? It could be. But this is really something you feel spiritually called to do, okay? Because we have candle, you will be shown the way, and enlightenment, yeah, look, honor and respect will come to you, and the wheel is here. It's really interesting because, I don't know that you can fix, like, it could be saying that you won't be able to get this person on board, and you might have to just accept that. But this is something that it's bringing honor to your life when maybe it is that you haven't actually had a direction up till now, and maybe that's why it's not being taken seriously, right? And what is your body telling you right now? This is what your soul wants to say. Uh, well, it's very interesting because this might have something to do with health and what you have been through when it comes to health. So you might be doing something health related that comes from something you've done, but also this is about listening to your body. Like when you have pain or discomfort, they tend to be emotions that are trapped in your body. So that might have something to do with what you're doing. Okay. Just saying, just saying. And I mean, of course it's telling you to notice these things. And if this causes you emotions and you don't, we can't not deal with those things. So let's take a look at that. Tell us about the body speaking to November 25th. Yeah, this is about your path. It may cause you to be emotional and maybe even question. And because we do see indecisive here. Like, don't let what someone else says have such an impact on you that you start to doubt something you feel real inspired by, right? Tell me about the Ace of Wands for a sec. Okay. Yeah. Knight of Swords reversed. And the Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I really feel like like someone's making you feel bad about it, honestly. So tell me about this thing. What are they going towards? What is Sagittarius? What is... Okay. Wow, okay. The Tower. This is something that you have been... Oh, I just got a chill too. Like you've waited when it comes to this. Like you've waited. I feel too with the Seven of Pentacles, you've always done the thing that you were supposed to do, right? Or maybe even, what other people wanted you to do. And you have, with the Tower reversed, it kind of says to me, you've never let this go, even though you didn't pursue it, because this is something you really want. Okay, this is something you really want. So what is the outcome here? What is the outcome? I feel as if you will be pursuing this. Ooh, wait, what? Five of Pentacles, 2 to 10 of Pentacles. That's a big jump, right? And I mean, why the Five of Pentacles? Eight of Swords, the Emperor, the Hangman. It's like once you get this person out of your head, specifically this person that says it couldn't succeed, it's crazy, whatever, there actually is success here because you go from struggling to not struggling and to not struggling over the long haul. I love this for you. So do this even if you're getting fight against it. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, and this is for November 26th. So let's get into it. Because I feel like this is really Four of Pentacles, right? Definitely not trying to spend money. Maybe you're trying to get your finances in order, which is all about you're trying to strengthen your foundation here. I hear you. But I feel like you're trying to do that on more than one level, but it may be like a core thing that shapes everything else. Like because you're trying to get your foundation strengthened for your life, that spills over into other areas. It always does, right? In order for us to have that foundation, we have to create foundation in other things. And so, I don't know. I feel like there's a meeting with someone. You meet someone, compliments from an admirer, new opportunities, someone new entering your life, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And it's just like I said, I mean, you're trying to strengthen things in your life. So, you might be learning a lot here. I don't know if you're learning from this person or not, but your soul message is about what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships. I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs and set boundaries based on what's best for me. And it may be what you're learning is that you do need to set better boundaries. But I feel like there may be a boundary created with this new person because you're trying to build your life, right? So, interesting. Tell me about firm foundation. Firm foundation for Sagittarius. 3 of Cups. It's kind of like because you want things, because you're moving so much in foundational energy, you want everything to have a foundation, right? Because the 3 of Cups is here in your firm foundation with the Knight of Cups. I feel like you may tell this person that you want to have a strong base with them. So you want to have like a friendship before we start dating. Interesting. So tell me about the new person. Okay, 5 of Swords. Interesting. 3 of Wands. And the King of Wands. Why the 5 of Swords? I feel like this person is a change for you. And may also help you to see things differently for the future. The 6 of Swords is here too. And 5s are change, so that's walking away from any conflict, anything that's not for you, right? Interesting. Tell me more. 4 of Cups reversed. Wow, it's like this is interesting because this person's good for you. Let me just say that. 4 of Cups reversed, the Devil, and the 8 of Cups. Like this person kind of makes sense in a way. Oh, now I see why I needed to walk away from all of that karmic BS. Or why it makes sense for everything that didn't work out. And I love this for you. So what's the outcome here? What's the outcome? But I do think that for you, you're taking things slow. 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords. There's definitely building, but there's also having to let go of some things that might be standing in your way, like some heartbreak or some pain that you might have locked up inside you, right? We got to let that go. We got to let that free. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So this is definitely a fresh start for you. And I do think you're setting boundaries here. I do think you're going about it like super smart, if I'm being honest. And I love such a cut and dry reading. It's like this just got right to the point, and yeah, all of those things. So happy birthday. So this is really interesting, November 27th. My best friend's birthday is November 27th. But it feels like it can be letting, like the theme is letting go of things from the past. Maybe something from the past having, I feel like, a lot of times when the Six of Cups comes up, especially when it comes to love, it's like we can expect, or we expect things to be the way that they were. And it just feels like you may be letting go of that. So maybe that means letting go of the past in general. What's the Six of Cups here for? Judgment. Yeah, I do feel like that. So that can be harboring, holding on too much to memories or love from the past. Yeah, God, Judgment and the Four of Pentacles. It's just, it could be facing the truth that you have been holding on to this, and you just really, you could be working heavily towards letting it go. That's nice. And, in your predictions is interesting because you might be getting some money for sure. Right? And that, right here, temptation will test you. And I don't know if something actually is, like you might have been holding on to something working out with someone from the past. And so I don't know if it tempts you in some way. But it almost feels like the money has something to do with the temptation. You will be, spending time with friends, and that will be very happy for you. I don't feel like your predictions even connect, to be honest, but I'm going to look at it. What is this prosperity and abundance? Ooh, the Tower. Temptation will test you. Temptation will test you. Yeah, I feel like there's money coming in, and you want to be really careful about what you do, because the Tower and the Three of Cups is here. Like, don't spending money, going out, be wiser with your money. And we see getting together with friends. What is that about? The Moon reversed. Interesting. Maybe you were discovering friends you didn't know you had. But, I don't know, releasing some feelings too. Look at this. Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're learning a big lesson here about being impulsive, and that can also include impulsively spending, because we see this everywhere. Maybe that's what you're changing, or it may be one of the things that you're changing. Just because you have it doesn't mean you should, right? And like, how can I be more flexible right now? Ask you, what are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. So, wow, okay. So as you're like, as you are letting go of things from the past, I feel like they may be like really ways you deal with money, ways, maybe too ways in which, you're generous. Interesting. And that can also look like, people asking you to go out and you saying, oh, yeah, sure. So, I don't know. So, that was a really interesting message for me, honestly. So, that's what I have for you. And that's just the first part of the birthdays. And look out for the other videos because if your birthday was not in here, because they will be coming. Toodles.